Hi everybody, and welcome to Outdoor Ed with Mary. So last week we learned about fungi and mushrooms, and I was so happy to get pictures from a lot of you showing me some of the really cool mushrooms you found. One of the things I noticed is that a lot of kids were asking, what kind of mushroom is this? And so I thought this week what we're going to focus on is identification. And identification is what scientists call naming something. Finding the right name for something. Let me give you an example. If I were to look at this flower, I know it's a flower, right? But if I wanted to be more specific and tell you just what kind of flower this was, what would you say? Yeah, sunflower. The sunflower is the species. And the reason we like to be specific and use the species is because it helps us get more accurate information and give more accurate information when we're studying nature. One tool scientists have created to help with species identification is called Seek. It's an app that you can put on a device and it helps you identify the species you're looking at. So later on in this video, I'm going to be explaining how to use that app if that's something that your parents are okay with you downloading. So there's more than one way to identify a species. In addition to using a tool like Seek, we can also use what we call a field guide. And a field guide is a book. Usually they're sort of small but thick. Here's another kind you might have seen. And field guides do the same thing. They help you identify species. They give you details about the species, pictures, and sometimes they have cool charts in them to help you identify species as well. This is one of my field guides about fireflies. And look at this really cool chart that shows you the different light patterns of various species. So field guides can be really, really exciting too. I'm going to go ahead and give you your Eco Challenge for the week. And this week's Eco Challenge is for you to identify one species. So you could identify one flower, one insect, one plant, one mushroom, anything that you want to identify. And you could do it using an app or you could do it using a book. Either way, I want you to try to identify one species. That's your Eco Challenge for this week. All right, the rest of the video, I'm going to be guiding people to use the Seek app. So if you're not going to be using the app, then this is the end of the video. And if you want to learn more about it, keep on watching. Have a great week, everybody. So attached to this assignment, you will find a link to download Seek. It's a program that was created specifically for kids by iNaturalist, and it's free and open for everyone to use. Once it's installed, look for this icon, and that's going to open the Seek program for you. Now, when you open the app, this should be kind of what your home screen looks like. You may have to make an account if you don't have one yet. Again, that's something you need to check with your parents about. But once you're done with making your account, this is what it's going to look like when you open the app. Now, there's a couple different ways to use Seek. The first way is you can see what species are common in your area, just if you want to know what's around, what should I keep my eye out for? And you can change the location if it's not picking up the correct location. So I could go up here. Mine says Black Mountain because that's where I am right now. But if I wanted to change it, what I would do is click on that word that's right next to that upside down raindrop shape. So I'm going to click that, and that's going to bring up a map of where I am right now. So you can type in your location. See, I typed in Fletcher. That should change your map, and then you can go ahead and hit the back button to go back to the previous screen. Now look at what's under the location. Right now it says all species. So look for the writing that's next to those three lines, and you can click where it says all species. Now when you click that, it's going to bring up a drop down at the bottom of your screen, and you can kind of narrow down what you're looking for. So I wanted to see common fungi in my area, so I selected fungi from the drop down. And you can see that suggests a couple of common fungi near me that I can look for. Now this next part is my favorite part about the Seek app. This is where you can record your own observations and where it will suggest to you what you might be looking at. So to start your observation, go back to the home screen and click the camera button at the bottom, this green camera button. And then you're going to want to point your camera at whatever it is you're trying to identify. So I wanted to know what this plant was, so I aimed my phone at the plant, and this is what came up on my screen. You'll notice that even before you hit take the picture, at the top, it's going to start guessing what it thinks your picture is of. So this is telling me what class it thinks this plant is. It's not sure of the exact species yet. Notice down here by the take the picture button, it says try different angles till you can get the identification to species. So that's it telling me, hey, take a better picture. So it's a good idea if you're trying to identify something to get as close up as you can safely. So I got really close up and just focused on one leaf. When I was ready, I hit this button right here, that white circle, to take my picture. And ta-da! The app identified my plant. And so it's going to pull up a page that says you observed a new species. It's going to tell me what that species is. And if I want to learn more about it, I can hit this green button that says View Species. When I click that, I will get some more information about the plant where it says About. And if you scroll down, you'll find it says Range Map, and then there's a map that pops up. So let's click on that map. And every time that you see one of those little green squares, that's a spot where somebody else has observed the exact same species. So you can see where else this species lives. Okay, I'm going to click the back arrow to take me back to the species page. And if I scroll down, I can also look at how many observations have been made. And where it says seasonality, that's a chart that shows you how many are identified during each month of the year. So you can see when am I most likely to see this species. And it looks like for me that would be July. Scroll down even further and you can see that it will show you similar species, and it shows you a picture and the name, and you can of course click those species to learn more about them. Alright, I just want to show you a few more ways you can use Seek and some of the cool things that are built into the app. So if you click these three lines stacked on top of each other, that's going to bring up this menu. So let's look at our achievements. If you click the word achievements, and it will show you different species badges you've earned. So depending on how many of a certain type of species you've seen, you can earn different badges. And you also level up when you identify more species. So I've just started using Seek, so I don't have too many badges yet, but I'm going to get some more. Okay, next thing on the menu, let's look at challenges. So each month, iNaturalist puts out a new challenge, and I can see this month for August is a pollinator challenge. So if I go ahead and click on that challenge, it tells me what my mission is and what I need to find in order to complete the challenge and get the badge. Okay, let's go ahead and look at My Observations, which is the menu item with the magnifying glass next to it. So go ahead and click that. And what that's going to show you is all of the observations that you've done on one page. So if I observe something and then later on I'm thinking, what was that flower I saw? I can go back to my observations and I can pull that observation up to look at later. If you want to just give the app a try, before you really want to identify an unknown species, point it at a pet and see what happens. I tried it with Maple and it knew that that was a domestic dog. So that's pretty much the whole Seek app. There's lots of ways you can use it. You can use it to see what's growing around you or what's living around you. You can use it to identify different things that you find, and you can use it to collect images of all of the cool things that you find. So give it a try. Let me know if you like it, and if you have any questions about using Seek, please feel free to email me and ask me, and I'll help you the best that I can. Thanks, everyone.